Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today we are talking beauty on a budget and what makeup products I would buy if I was on a very tight budget. I tried to set my budget at $25, but for the amount of makeup that I would be willing to wear, $25 was simply not enough money. So my budget is $35, and depending on what makeup you wear, this could be give or take several dollars. If you don't wear either concealer, bronzer, highlighter, if you don't wear any of those, you could definitely shave off $7 to $9. Let's get into minimal makeup for a budget. Okay, so first things first, no primer. I love primer, but finding an extremely cheap primer that's actually good is going to be a challenge. I did moisturize my face with my nighttime moisturizer. I'm not including that in this because that is skincare, and hopefully you have a moisturizer already. So if you're on a pretty tight budget, you also may not be able to afford a foundation as well as like a full face of makeup. I think that my cheapest foundation may be like $5, and that was not going to fit in the budget along with everything else. So today, instead of foundation, we're just doing concealer. We're going to use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, which is already $7 by itself. Definitely, if you are on a very tight budget and you want a full face of makeup, I would highly recommend this concealer. I have not put this concealer all over my face before. Oh, wow. I mean, maybe I should do this more often. We're gonna have like a full coverage look here. See, and this is exactly what I'm saying. So even though I've never done this before, I knew it was gonna be good. I knew the coverage was gonna be great. And foundations, cheap foundations that are also like really good and like good coverage are hard to come by. I mean, my favorite e.l.f. foundation is the liquid filter, and that by itself is $14. You know, that's kind of a lot of money if you're on a budget. I am shocked. I will say, yes, because it is a concealer, I do have it in, a slightly lighter shade. I highly recommend, if you're going to wear a concealer as a foundation, probably get your foundation shade and not your concealer shade, because typically the concealer shade is lighter than the foundation shade. And I look a little crazy right now, but that's okay. Since we had to use a big chunk of our makeup budget on a concealer slash foundation, some of your makeup products are gonna need to be dirt cheap. And luckily, I recently found one of the best affordable blushes on the market. That is the Ioni Liquid Blush. I am obsessed with this. The pigmentation is wonderful. They do have multiple shades, and since it is from the Dollar Tree, it is only $1.25. And we're gonna use this to bring some life back to my face. Now, obviously, like I said, you can definitely give or take some of these products if you have more or less of the budget. Blush is something I cannot live without, so blush had to be part of my budget. So for me personally, I really need a powder. So I am today going to be using the Ioni mattifying powder. I've actually never used this before, so we're going to see how it works together today. I don't have any super affordable powders, so we're going to see if this one is worth buying. I'm sure that it is. I really love Ioni. Obviously, this is not a face powder or a setting powder. It's just a mattifying powder. So, I don't know what it would do about setting your face. It's gonna do what a mattifying powder will do. I just personally need a powder, and this is the powder that I have. Next up is gonna be bronzer. Again, bronzer, not that cheap. So the cheapest one that I have, that I do love, you guys have heard me talk about it several times, is the Bronzer Reloaded by Makeup Revolution. This is such a good bronzer. I do have cream bronzers that are a similar price that I like, but to be honest, almost anytime I wear a cream bronzer, I always want a powder on top. So we're doing a powder because I feel like I prefer powder. And again, Not everyone wears bronzer, which means you don't have to wear bronzer. So that does not have to be part of your budget. Obviously, nobody has to wear any of this, but a lot of people do. And so I'm just trying to help you find some good, cheap makeup. Next up is brows. Obviously, I have to have brow product. I don't even have brows. They're not visible. So if you're someone who has like better looking brows, you may not need a brow product, or you may just need a brow gel. Since I do need a brow product, brow gel is not part of my budget today, so we're not doing brow gel, but we are going to be using the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil, which is $3. It definitely used to be $2, but it is now $3. Still seriously so affordable. Like, it's still so affordable, but it is more than it used to be. I know back in the day, I used to just put on some eyeshadow through my brows and then do eyeliner and mascara, and that was it. And so if you were to get these products that I have and do just that, it's gonna cost you like maybe $10. It really is just all about how much makeup you wear as well. It is obviously gonna be hard to get a full face of makeup for cheap, as I discovered when trying to figure out what products for this video. I can't remember if I've done a like side-by-side cheapest makeup products versus most expensive. But if I haven't, would you guys like to see that? Or even if I have, do you want to see a new one? And like I said, we are not going to be setting our brows. If you're on a pretty tight budget and you can't afford like any kind of brow gel or anything to like set your brows, hairspray. If you already have hairspray, I used to use hairspray to set my brows all the time. I highly recommend that as like a little hack. Next is highlighter. Now, while I was doing my hair, I did think about a highlighter that is so much cheaper that I prefer, that is not any in my collection anymore. But then I looked it up and it doesn't seem to exist anymore, and that may be why it's not in my collection anymore. And that's the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter. I don't think it's around anymore. If I can find it, I'll put it here and then I will link it down below. Sadly, I don't have any like super cheap highlighters. That made the budget pretty hard. That definitely makes me want to go on the hunt to find a cheaper highlighter, because I believe this is the cheapest highlighter I have, and I love it. It's wonderful, but I can't believe that it's the cheapest highlighter I have. It's the ColourPop Super Shock Highlighter in Flexitarian. This is $9. So if you don't wear highlighter, you can go ahead and knock $9 off your budget, because $9, I'm pretty sure it used to be $7. Like the last time I purchased this, which was several years ago. I actually recently just repurchased this. Now, it is a wonderful highlighter. I love it. It's a lot of money for a highlighter. So now I'm definitely going to be on the hunt for like cheaper highlighters. I was excited to be reminded of the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter until I saw that it doesn't seem to exist. It's at least not on e.l.f.'s website. It's called like something Pearl. Other than the Ioni products, because those are still fairly new to me, and I've never had to repurchase the bronzer only because it has just lasted me that long. All of these products I have repurchased multiple times because they are that good. They're affordable and they're that good. Next up is eyeliner. Again, not everyone has to wear eyeliner. Not everyone wants to wear eyeliner. I don't like the way my eyes look without eyeliner. It bothers me. I feel like it doesn't look right. It looks weird. I've been wearing winged eyeliner about 11 years. So today we're using the e.l.f. Expert Liquid Liner. This is $3. I also think it used to be $2. I believe they still have it in at least 3 different shades. I think black, charcoal, and brown. This has been one of my favorite eyeliners since I started doing my makeup. It was actually my first ever eyeliner that I had, like liquid eyeliner. I started with liquid eyeliner, which is kind of crazy. I feel like a lot of people don't start with liquid eyeliner. Maybe now they do, but in like 2014. So I guess that was only 10 years ago. So I guess 10 years ago. That doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like I only started wearing makeup when I was 16. No, that was definitely 2013. Next up is mascara. I meant to go out and purchase a new one of these before I made this video, and then I forgot, so we're using a really old one. It's the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. We know this is crumbly. We know. We have to accept it because it's a wonderful mascara and it's only $5. Mine is dry, like super dry. So we're just gonna have to work with it. Hopefully it does okay, even though it's super, super dry. I promise it's a good mascara. I just forgot to go buy a new one. And who knows, maybe the drier it is, maybe it won't flake. Maybe it's like reverse psychology. But mascaras are not cheap. I should really put together my cheapest makeup, my most expensive makeup, and then my perfect full face, and like how much that all costs, and see the difference. Because I believe that my favorite mascara, it's the CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. I believe that's like $12.99 or something like that. It's really close. Either like $12 or $13. Yeah, so $12 or $13 when you're on a budget, that's a lot. Okay, so lips. We're ready for lips. What even is that? What did I even do? Why are you guys just letting me look like this? I don't have my normal like big mirror in front of me. So like, y'all are really just about to let me have the most uneven wings on the planet. So something you can do, that way you don't have to add another product to your list, is use your liquid blush as a lipstick. I recently used this one as a lipstick the other day, and it did me just fine. It is a little thin. It's a little thinner than a normal lipstick. And if you need a lip liner, a very, very cheap lip liner, I highly recommend the e.l.f. Cream Glide lip liner. They have these in several different shades, and it's a pencil liner, but it glides on like gel. And it's only $2. I'm really tempted to use this, but since I already used the powder and went over $35, I'm not going to use this today, but just know a $2 lip liner, it's very good. I would personally say that it's better than some of my more expensive lip liners, like the Kylie Cosmetics ones, because $2 versus I think those are $12. Big difference, and this is so good. I don't typically use a lipstick brush, but I feel like if you're using liquid blush, it's so much easier to use a lipstick brush to apply it. Especially if you're not using if you're using a lip liner, then just like use it like a lipstick or pat it on with your finger. And that is it. That is my full face of makeup if I were to buy all of my makeup while on a budget. You can obviously give or take some of these products and get a slightly higher or slightly lower budget, but if you were to buy everything that I have here today, you would only be spending $38.49. My total of everything that I wore today was $36.49. It's higher than I wanted to go. I really wanted to try and do $25, but with the bronzer, highlighter, and concealer, those three things together total up to $23. So $25 would have been really hard to do. But like I said, depending on what makeup you wear, if you don't wear bronzer and highlighter, you're already good to go with this makeup look. I hope this video was helpful if you yourself are on a budget and just needed some ideas of where to even start with affordable makeup. I definitely think these products are a great place to start. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like it, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to maybe start doing more like budget videos, maybe for like specific makeup products. What's the best eyeliners that are affordable or something like that. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel while you're here. I would greatly appreciate that. I post new videos every single week, normally on Wednesdays, sometimes Thursdays. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!